Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. I offer my humble obeisance unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord, who are just like desire trees who can fulfill all the desires, and they're full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, my dear friends, worshipable devotees, thank you for joining. How are you today? Thank you, you all joined on time. Somehow this quality is very important to me. You know, everyone has a different nature, but somehow I don't like to get late. I like to be on time. I like to keep things on time. There are situations and circumstances when I do get late. There are situations and circumstances where things are not totally in our hands, and sometimes personal weakness also. But since I like that quality, so I also appreciate those who like that quality, or those, in short, who are always on time. So I'm very, very grateful. You all have a special place in my heart because you are always on time. Thank you. How is everyone? Comfortable? Happy? Good, good, good. So, like we always do, we are going to chant now, one round. And this also shows that you take chanting seriously. I mean, someone could have easily skipped this part, and I will not say, hey, why you joined 15 minutes late? Hey, why you joined at 7:30, or why you joined at 7:45? You may rarely see that. But since you join on time, because you don't want to miss that group chanting, right? I guess that's your intention or idea, because you value it, right? It brings some value to you. That's why you chose to join on time. So I really appreciate that. So without any further delays, let's take our Japamala and the bead bag and try to chant with attention, try to chant with focus, try to pronounce properly each and every syllable, each and every mantra, and make sure we move our lips, make sure we move our mouth, make sure we try to hear. And if you have anything else going on your phone or laptop or iPad, whatever device you are using, please don't do multitasking at this time. For next 10 minutes, let's just focus on chanting from the mouth and hearing from the ears. Nama Om, and those who want to unmute can also unmute. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Everyone
Krishna,
sit,
Hare Krishna,
sit, sit, please. Put your back erect. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Ram Hare Hare, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Ram Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram,
Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ajan Lambita Bhujau Kanakavadatau Sankirtanaika Pitarau Kamalayataksha Vishwambaradachorau Yugadharma Palau Vande Jagat Priyakarau Karunavatarau. Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining today. I see so many wonderful souls. You have your camera on. And today I was very happy. Most of you have your camera on, and most of you have had your audio also on during chanting. I really like that. That gives a sense of unity that we are chanting together. If you keep your audio off, I don't know what you're chanting and what you're doing. I hope you're chanting, but still I won't know. And if you keep your video off, I don't know what you're doing. If there is not a good reason to keep the video on, then keep it on. Keep it. If there's not a good reason to keep it off, then keep it on, please. That helps to have a more meaningful and engaging conversation. Do you agree? Right? If I also keep my video off, you also all will be more engaged or will be less engaged, right? But when we keep our video on, we're more engaged, like we're talking to each other. correct? We're not talking to walls. We're not talking to just a name on the black screen. We're talking to each other, right? So thank you, Ansh, Bionto, Vinita, Sampada, Vedehi, Rama, Krishna, Ayush, Vinayak, Navya, Arthar, Avni, Arna, Prapti, Haley, Biraj, and Lakshay Prabhus, and Mataji's. Thank you so much. I'm very, very grateful, happy, blessed, and fortunate to be in your presence today. How is everyone doing? Comfortable, happy, healthy, especially on this day of Ekadashi? Anyone wants to share something exciting, something you want to share, something really going on in your mind and you can't control your joy? Oh my God, so many. Navya, go ahead. Then Ansh.
Yesterday we did book distribution, and after that we went to a Bhagavatam installation.
Wow, that's like double mercy in one day, book distribution and Bhagavatam installation. I saw some of the pictures. I was really amazed to see all of you and distributing books and at the Bhagavatam installation. Thank you. Wonderful. Yes.
So yesterday, Prabhuji, we went to the ISKCON Tampa donation event, and ISKCON Tampa raised $51,000 for the new temple.
For the new temple, yes. And today, by the support of some of your parents and families, it went on further close to 60,000. So yeah, if any one of your parents would like to, who have not yet contributed, or anyone who is hearing this later also, and if you can ask, or if you also get pocket money, and even if you give $10 out of it, that's still a sacrifice, right? Right, that's still something. Like I recall Karina and some other, even Chakrika, they also pledged that they will also give, basically a culture of giving. So that was wonderful event, and we got so much blessings of great souls like Jananivas Prabhu, His Grace Sunanda Prabhu, Ramya Prabhu, Lord Nrsingadev's Lotus Feet, and Lord Nityananda Prabhu's Padukas. It was wonderful. We'll share pictures with all of you. But yeah, you can reach out to your parents and let them know that this opportunity is still there. And if they would want, they can, contact me, and I'll be happy to assist. Yes, Krishna?
So Jananivas Prabhu came yesterday and he was talking about the TOVP, Temple of Vedic Planetarium. Like I heard that some kind of attack, the Koits, like after Gar Purnima, they were attacking Sri Mayapur's Chandrodaya Mandir, and how Nrsimha was constructed by the what's it called?
That they quite stopped then, yeah. Thank you. That's a beautiful story. It shows us how Lord Nrsingadev protects our bhakti and from any attacks from the dacoits. We may not be attacked by, let's say, physical violence. It may happen, we don't know, but still, even in violence can come through other forms, right? Like gadgets, like allurements, right? These are also trying to kill our bhakti, is it not? Gadgets, allurements, and some other things, temptations, correct? You agree? All of you agree to that? Good. I'm sure a lot of others also want to share, but now we'll come to the next section, which is verses. Anyone has learned a new verse you want to share? Any verse, any verse ringing in your mind you want to share? No? Okay. Then it's a perfect segue to our topic today, which is we're going to talk about how to see God, who is Krishna, the Supreme Lord, everywhere, right? How many of you have seen Krishna? Raise your hand. Tricky question, right? Okay. How many of you have felt Krishna's presence in your life? Right? How many of you have seen Krishna's forms? Right? Basically, Krishna is non-different from the deity, right? Any ISKCON temple you go to, I'm sure all of you have been to at least one ISKCON temple in your life. Some of you may have been to at least 10 or more. There are hundreds of ISKCON temples all across the globe, right? Okay, everyone type in how many ISKCON temples you have been so far. Everyone type in, count in your head or wherever, and type in how many ISKCON temples you have been so far. 27? Rama is saying 27, really? Is that correct, Rama? 27 temples? That's good. Very good.
Probably
Maybe-
like I think we went to 27 temples because yeah, last summer we actually traveled all around the east coast of the United States. So we went to ISKCON Detroit.
Sure. Maybe you make a list, and then send it to in the group, okay? And on later, not now. But most of you, 3, 4, 5. So in short, you all have seen the deities there, right? When you go to the temple. So that's basically non-different from Krishna, correct? Or even the home deities. Even the holy name is non-different from Krishna, right? But this is a tricky question, so I understand your responses. But most of you raised your hand when I asked, are you able to feel Krishna's presence in your life? Correct? And most of you said yes. Now, if I ask you, how many of you see God everywhere? How many of you see God somewhere? Somewhere you see God. Okay, good. Maybe in the temple, right? Good. We'll start with the joke. There was this guy who went to the space, right? And he was an atheistic person. And then he came to a school to give a speech about space and NASA and this and that. And everyone wanted to hear because, oh, this person has been to space and then he's going to tell about what he saw. And most people say, oh, where is God? Oh, he's up there, right? Some people say like that. Oh, he's up there, right? Have you seen in common language? Sometimes they say, oh, he's up there, right? Then those kids in the school asked him, oh, we have heard God is up there in the space. Did you see God? Right? Making sense so far? Then he was an atheistic person. He said, no, I have traveled all across the globe. I have been to different states and different countries. And I also went to space. No God. I couldn't see him here. I couldn't see him there. That means there's no God. And the teacher replied, who was a devotee. This guy, after he went, of course, after he left his speech, this guy couldn't see God here. How will he see God there? Are you following me? Is it making sense? So the point is, today's class, we will try to understand how to see God everywhere. Okay? How many of you are curious to know more about this topic? A few of you? Okay, good. So this will be our topic. First of all, we have discussed this topic multiple times, where is God? But we will also try to cover some of that aspect. And then we will try to understand, is God everywhere? And if yes, then how can we try to see him? How can we try to see him? And to begin with, we will start with a beautiful verse from the Bhagavad Gita. Some of you may have already memorized it, but I don't think most of you have memorized it. But so we'll still cover this. How many of you, Krishna, please put your hand down. How many of you know this verse already? 6.30 from Bhagavad Gita. Anyone already knows this in your list? Raise your hand if you already have memorized it. Okay, since it's a new for most, which is good. Let's get started. Okay. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sa cha me na pranashyati. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sa cha me na pranashyati. Who's going to read translation? Atar?
For one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost, nor is he ever lost to me.
Very good. Yo mam. That means a person who sees me everywhere, right? Pashya means to see. Sarva means all. Who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me. Everything in me means sarvam chamai. That means everything is. Who's speaking this? Who is speaking this verse? Type in the chat box. Who's speaking this verse? Yes, Lord Krishna is speaking this verse. That means who sees me everywhere, that's the first line, and sees everything in me. That means everything in connection to Lord Krishna. Everything we can connect to Lord Krishna. Tasyaham na pranashyami. I am never lost to that person. I am never lost, nor is he, not that person. That means that devotee, that person who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, and me in everything. That means in everything in connection to me, that person is very dear to Krishna. That means Krishna never forgets about that person, and that person never forgets about Krishna. Okay, now we will recite this verse a few times. Raise your hand if you're interested to recite. And then this will also be our homework verse for this week. Yes, Vedahi, then Rama, and Biraj.
Hare Krishna, Tanvi Pranam. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sa cha me na pranashyati. Hare Krishna.
Good. There was some technical issues like last time. This time I could hear you, but not well. Biraj?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam chamai pashyati tasyam na panashyami sacha me na panashyati. Hare Krishna.
Very good. You see, this scriptures are poetic too. You see Pashya, Pashya. Then Pranashya, Pranashya. So Pashya means see, Pranashya means lost. So those who see me in everything and everything in me, tasyaham na pranashyami. I am not lost to them and they are not lost to me. Okay, quite simple, right? Poetic also. Now let's read the translation. Also, it's not that big. At least this paragraph. Navya, please go ahead. You'll read half of it till this point, and then Avni will read the rest.
A person in Krishna consciousness certainly sees Lord Krishna everywhere, and he sees everything in Krishna. Such a person may appear to see all separate manifestations of material nature, but in each and every instance he is conscious of Krishna, knowing that everything is a manifestation of Krishna's energy. Nothing can exist without Krishna, and Krishna is the Lord of everything. This is the basic principle of Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Excellent. Who can give a verse to prove this line? Who can give a verse from Bhagavad Gita to prove this line, which is highlighted here? Are you following my question? You are all lawyers. You have to prove this from the Vedic scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, that this is a fact. You have to prove it by a verse to support your inference. Prabhupada said, be like lawyers. I want all of you to be like, you have to quote a verse, which Krishna is the Lord of everything. Yes, Vedi?
There's chapter 5, verse 29. Bhoktaram yagna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam gyatva mam shantim mrityati. Hare Krishna.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Ethereal?
I forgot the shlok, but I know that I think it's 14.4, and translation is like I'm the seed giving father.
Bija Pradapita. Is that one you're talking about?
Yes. Yeah.
Very nice. Good. That's how we should also think. So now, what is Krishna here telling? Prabhupada is telling that he is the source of everything. Source of everything means source of matters, source of spirit, source of trees, source of animals, source of sunlight, earth, water, fire, air, ether, bhumi, rapo, nalo, vayu, kham, mano, buddhi, revacha. How many of you know this verse? Arna, you want to recite that one?
Bhumir Purnalova Yuka Manobuddhir Bhaja Hankar Dhyame Vidna Bhaktir Astada.
Yes, what's the meaning?
I don't exactly remember the meaning.
Yeah, the meaning is, who will tell the meaning? Who knows the meaning? Navya knows, go ahead.
It's something about fire, ether, and water and stuff. I don't really remember.
Bhumi is earth. Bhumi, apo, anala. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. You see, we are going from gross to subtle. Earth is gross, water is less gross than earth, correct? Are you following it? You understand gross and subtle, right? Earth, water, fire is even subtler. Earth, water, fire, air, and ether, right? Can we hold ether, right? Then the three others. Ahankara, earth, water, fire, air, ether. These are the gross elements. And then the subtle elements, ego. It's all Krishna's creation, in short. Bhinna prakriti ashtadha. Kham, mana, buddhi, ahankar. Mana, kham, mano. So in short, Krishna is the Lord of everything. Krishna is the master of everything. Everything comes from him. But why don't we see then? Why are we not able to see? In this verse, we are seeing that those who see, Krishna is never lost to them. That means he becomes his very dear friend. He's always thinking of them, and devotees always thinking. How many of you would like to be like that in Krishna's list? That you are always thinking of him and he's always thinking of you? Would you like that? He is never lost to you and you're never lost to him. Would you like to be in that list of Krishna? Right? We all want to be, and that's how pure devotees are. One more verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Avani, you can read this one. Yes, go ahead, please.
Shri Hare Uvacha Sarva Bhuteshu Ya Pashed Bhagavad Bhavam Atmana Bhutani Bhagavati Atmani Esha Bhagavatottama.
Sarva Bhuteshu Ya Pashed Bhagavad Bhavam Atmanah Bhutani Bhagavati Atmani Esha Bhagavatottamaha. Ayush, please read the translation.
The most advanced devotee sees within everything the soul of all souls. the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Consequently, he sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord and understands that everything that exists is eternally situated within the Lord.
Right? Quite similar, that everything is situated within Lord. That means he's the source of everything. Everything rests upon him, like pearls are strung. Who knows that verse? Everything rests upon him, like the pearls on a string. Is something ringing in your minds? You have to practice. How many of you are practicing verses every week? Raise your hand if you're doing verses every week. Gita verses, which you have already. How many of you have a list of verses we have already learned, somewhere documented? If I ask you, bring that notebook, digital or physical, that doesn't matter. Bring that notebook, give me the list of 50 or 100 verses. How many of you have that? You can show it to me immediately. Okay, only 2, 3 of you. Few of you. Everyone should have that, okay? Please take it seriously. You're already investing your time and energy in learning this, then why don't you take it seriously? Okay. Now, making that is one thing. How many of you go through that? If you don't even have that, then it's the one thing you can't even go through, right? The purpose of having that is to, and it will help you eternally. See the English notebook or the physics notebook from 2 years back. You don't look back, right? From the previous class, do you ever refer back? Never, rare, very, very, kind of, we never look back to those books, right? How many of you, if you're in the 6th standard, do you go back and look to the 4th standard book, right? Never. But these are eternal. This will help you even when you are 50 years. This will help you when you're 30 years. Right now, some of you are 10, 12, 15 years. This will help you till the last breath of your life, okay? Think you're starting so early. Try to build this foundation strong, try to build those habits strong. And this is the age of digital things. You can easily store digital content, right? So keep it nicely so that you can have it accessible and easily accessible even, for decades to come. Okay? So please practice that. Okay, back to that verse. Yes, Vinita.
Hare Krishna, I think it's 7.7. Mata parataram nanyat kanchedasi dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre mani ganaya. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Excellent. So you see there are a lot of verses which support this. Now, one may say the non-devotees, or the materialistic people, what happens to them? They see matter, or they see spirit, but they are reminded of matter. Are you following? They see spirit, but they are reminded of matter. And the devotees, they see matter and are reminded of spirit. And I'll share stories in both regard. They're two opposites. I already shared this picture, which is funny and interesting. One time, a wonderful devotee was giving a class, very nice devotee, giving Bhagavatam class. And people used to come for the class, right? People used to assemble for the class. And one lady was hearing the class with rapt attention. The class over, everything over. Everyone, Krishna, what are you doing? The classes was over, but still the lady is absorbed, looking at that devotee, and tears are flowing through her eyes. And then the sadhu, the devotee, asks, Mata, are you okay? Looks like you were so absorbed in the class. Looks like you really like Krishna's Bhagavatam pastimes. Why are you crying? And then she said, "Oh dear Sadhu, you know your beard reminds me of my goat who left her body 2 days back. And all the while I had been thinking, oh my dear goat, oh my goat, she had the beard exactly like your beard is reminding me of my." Do you recall any points which I shared from the class? Oh, so sorry. I was so absorbed in the beard and the goat. I don't recall anything from the class. So imagine in a spiritual environment, in an unholy association of sadhus, what was she thinking? Matter. Are you all following? That's how materialistic people are, non-devotees are. But devotees, what they do, whenever they see anything, right? Now it's a simple shirt, right? Most of you may have something like this, or some other costume of this brand or some other gap. What will most people think? Some common answers? What do you see? What do you see? Okay, let's hear some response. Yes, Ansh, you want to? Yeah.
Like if someone like sees you wearing branded clothes, they might think you're like super rich.
Okay, they may think you're rich. Oh, you have a Gap brand. I don't know. Maybe it's expensive. I don't know. I just picked up a picture. I don't have. Okay. What else? Yes, we want to.
Like you just have like a common shirt and like it's not really that special to people.
Common shirt, special. Okay. Anyone else? So I don't recall it was Prabhupada or some other senior Vaishnava. When they saw this gap, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. They started singing the Govindam Adi Purusham song, right? So everything reminds them of Krishna. They see the brand Adidas, right? There's a brand Adidas. Adi Das. Adi means eternal, right? Or Adi means the original. And we are originally the servant. Das means servant, right? We are original servant of Krishna. You see how someone, even an apparently material thing, you may pass by 7-Eleven, right? There's what is 7-Eleven? Right? Everyone knows 7-Eleven. How many of you passed by, right? Or stopped by, right? Ayati has. What thought comes to when we are passing 7-Eleven? Anyone wants to share? What thoughts may come? Yes, Rama.
Like the shloka number.
Yeah, Shloka 7-Eleven. Who knows 7-Eleven? Anyone knows? Balam balavatam chaham kamaraga vivarjita. Beautiful verse. Dharma vriddha bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. Ethereal notes here. Good. Yes, Ahas, what's on your mind?
I was gonna say that whenever I saw the Adidas brand, I would always think about Adidas Prabhuji. I would always like look at that, and I would Adidas Gadadhar Prabhuji. I would always look at that, and I would always remember him every single time I would see that.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? Adi Gadadhar Prabhu, my worshipable teacher. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, let's go to Parramatta. What is this Parramatta? Anyone knows this? This is a city in which country? Anyone knows this? Ethereal, Mishti? I can't see you.
Australia is a city in Australia.
A city in Australia. How do you know?
We listened to the same lecture by Amarendra Prabhu today.
Oh, you heard the same class. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, I've taken a lot of references from his class. Okay, since you're already heard this, we'll pick someone. So basically, it's a city. It's a name of a city in Australia. Srila Prabhupada also went to this. His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj also went. Ordinary people, Paramatta, nothing big, right? Paramatta. When Prabhupada paused here, Paramatta, interesting name, right? Then he said, he took the first A out and it becomes Pramatta. Pramatta means absorbed. Nunam Pramatta, absorbed in bhakti. His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj paused and then says Paramatta. And then he read, okay, Paramata, Paramata, the real mother. Who is that? Radharani. So like that, when we can try to train ourselves. See, bhakti means to train ourselves, right? So that we can see spirit in even apparently material situations. If we do not train ourselves, then we will see matter even in spirit. We may go to a temple, what's the big deal? The devotees are there already. Like other human beings, they also have two eyes. A great soul, like His Grace Janivas Prabhu may be present, but we may be busy playing rugby, football, and not give him proper respect, right? I saw some of you. And I was very, very disappointed today, actually. And you know whom I'm referring to. A great soul is sitting and you all are busy in your own world. So please understand. And His Grace Janivas Prabhu was there and he's okay, I'll not make it public anyways. So the point is we should not take such spiritual occasions very cheaply. Like when we go to a temple, when we are reading Gita, when we're chanting, and otherwise we are training ourselves. Oh, this is cheap, this is ordinary, oh, this is, ignore it. They keep coming, going, the classes, it keeps happening. We are doing a bad training, right? Are you following it? So we have to train in a nice way, in a positive way, right? Because bhakti means to train ourselves, to train our eyes. Premanja churita bhakti vilochanena. It means we have to train and put like another story I'll share. One time, a king got a disease and he was feeling very bad, very upset, very, very sad. And a sadhu came to ask what's going on. And he said, this I'm suffering from this disease. And this sadhu said, okay, there is a solution. The solution is that you must always see green. Okay, anything you see green will improve your health. Anything you see other color will worsen your health. He said, okay, that's a fair solution. I can do that. Okay, ministers, paint all the walls green. Paint keyboard green, laptop green, everything should be green. My books green, my door green, my wallet green, my everything green. My horse should have a green cloth. Everything will be green. Correct? Good solution? Or you have another solution? Okay, type in. Let's see if you have another solution in your mind. Let's see. Your answers are reflecting your thought process. I'm quite impressed. Some are saying pray to Krishna, chant Hare Krishna, which is always a good answer. But yeah, I think most of you exercise, sleep. I think you're getting into the doctors. Okay, yeah. Good. Some say exercise, sleep, or take medicine, pills and stuff. Good. All good responses, but some of them were really excellent. Okay, I'll come to those. So he said, ministers, soldiers, everything which comes in front of me should be green. And one day Navya gets, oh, I want to meet the king. Oh, the soldiers paused. Wait here. They put a bucket of green paint on Navya. Then, oh, now you can go. Green clothes, green shorts, green everything, green shoes, green paint. Then you go. And then next day, Ansh goes there. I want to see the king. Okay, pause. Green paint on Ansh. Go. Everything green. And then when the sadhu came that day, who gave the advice. Sadhu, green paint, and then he enters. He says, oh my God, you made such a small thing, so it was such a trivial thing. You took such a complex path to solve this. All you would have done, instead of changing the whole world, why don't you change the lens or your vision and put a green glasses? And if you have green glasses, you'll see everything green. And that is basically the devotees wear the glasses of bhakti, premanja churita, the eyes of devotion, with the lens of devotion, also called as shastra chakshu, also called as bhakti chakshu. We see through the eyes of bhakti, we see through the eyes of scriptures, we see through the eyes of devotional service. Then we will see everything in that connection. Are you all following? Easy, simple to understand. That is what Krishna consciousness is all about. Simple for simple. We don't have to take complex paths. We don't have to have complex solutions. Krishna is there. He's there everywhere. We just read, right? He's there everywhere. All we need to have is the eyes to see him. I'll share a quick video we'll watch. How many of you? It's a quick 1 minute shot. So let's watch it.
Reading a quote of Martin. The other day I was reading a quote of Martin Luther, who said that God did not just write the gospel in the Bible, but he also wrote it on the trees, on the leaves, on the flowers in nature. And I liked that quote, that we cannot just limit spiritual life to the teachings of a book. Spiritual life is all around us. It is everywhere. The book is simply helping us to see it. It's not the book that is actually containing Krishna consciousness. Krishna is everywhere. The book helps us to perceive Krishna everywhere. So the real adventure is really beginning to see that. That is where it becomes exciting.
Exciting, right? So we have to, in short, wear the glasses of bhakti. Then only we'll be able to see God everywhere. The trees we see, the flowers, the rivers, the mountains, everything is manifestation of Krishna. Yad yad vibhuti mat sarvam. Right? You know that verse? Who all know that verse? Vinayak?
Yad yad vipati matsatvam Srimadurjatam. But I need to refresh on it a little.
It's fine. Avani? Good try.
Yad yad vibhuti matsatvam Srimad urjitam eva va tam tam eva vagachatvam mama tejam sasambhavam. 10.41, I think.
That yeah. Oh, Navya is asking, I'm going to finish the story. Last time I started the Devyani and Sarmishta story. You all liked it, huh? You want to hear that? It was interesting, right? Okay, but I want to first complete this topic. Krishna manifests in multiple aspects. Krishna, now we are not trained, right? We are under the process of training. Krishna is inside as Paramatma, also called as Chaitya Guru. Chaitya means heart or consciousness. He's there. Sometimes we get this feeling, hey, don't do this, right? We are in the fence, should we do, should we not? And we get this feeling, for example, maybe especially doing a wrong thing, and we get this feeling. How many of you got this feeling, right? That you're about to do something wrong, and then the mind or the inside the voice says, hey, don't do this, right? Have you got this feeling? Hmm? Hmm? But on a positive side also, you're about to do something, maybe should I go to watch a movie or should I go to library to study, and then have exam also, and then the mind wants to go there, but in the heart there's a voice coming, you must go to library to study, right? And then you take it. That voice is Paramatma's voice, Chaitya Guru's. So the more we listen to it, the more it will get stronger. He's guiding us inside, through inside. And how does he guide us through outside? So God guides us through within, and God guides us externally and internally. So we talked about internally through that voice of God, Paramatma's voice. How does he guide us externally? Raise your hand if you want to share something. How does he guide us externally? Through our Shiksha and Diksha Gurus, through our teachers, who are like our guides. God or Krishna manifests through them, right? Through our parents, through our elders, through our teachers, bona fide teachers. Chaitya Guru is internal, Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru. So he's always guiding through Bhagavad Gita, the books, Srila Prabhupada. Sometimes he may guide even through non-devotees. We have discussed that topic also. But often he guides through our Shiksha Gurus, Diksha Gurus, parents, etc. Are you all following it? External. We may not be that strong to hear the voice internally. We may not be that strong to hear if I talk to Krishna. He may not be, I may not be, he reciprocates, but am I, like, for example, how many of you know how FM works? FM frequency you have adjusted sometime to hear some music, FM, radio. How many of you have done that? Raise your hand. Have you adjusted the frequency to play something? Okay, most of you are aware. So the FM waves are there, correct? But then the transistor needs to adjust to a particular frequency, let's say 98.3 or 93.5. I remember these numbers from India. So these are radio frequencies where some music comes or something, right? Only at that, if you're at 98.0, it won't come. When you come to 98.3, it clear music. The further you are away from the frequency, the poorer the reception is. Are you following it? So that means we have to tune the frequency, our internal frequency, to hear. If we have a lot of, for example, if my wife is calling me, let's say if she's calling me, she needs something, but she's in the other room. And in this room, there's a lot of noise, correct? Will I hear her voice? No. Similarly, if your parents are calling and you have like 10 kids in that room and you're all having a, something, you got it, right? Will you hear your parents' voice? No. Similarly, Krishna is calling us, but due to our internal noises, our internal chaos, our internal mindset, we are not able to hear his voice. Following it? So what we have to do? The process of Bhakti Yoga. The process of Bhakti Yoga to work internally so that we can tune our frequency to hear his frequency, to hear his sound, which will come through multiple mediums. Okay, now would you like to give some examples of how we can see Krishna in daily situations? or how you have felt or seen God or some connection with God in your daily situations, or things you pass through in your routine, or something you had an experience in last few days or weeks. Anyone wants to share? Are you following my question? And this will be your homework too. This is kind of your assignment. You have to write on a few things where you felt the hand of God, or whether you tried to see some connection with God or with Krishna, whether you felt this is a sign of God. Along with the 6.30 verse. And you can read the purport also. We have already read most of it, but there's a few lines more. Okay. Yeah, now. Okay, now we'll open up the floor. I'll try to do Kahoot also today, but before that, let's do some Q&A. If anyone has any thoughts, comments, questions, so the homework is clear, right? Okay. Anyone has any questions? I see some questions are posted. Should I try to answer those? Yes, Vedi, please go ahead. Yeah.
How would Krishna, you said he could sometimes guide through a non-devotee. How has he done that before?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll share the Prabhupada story in this connection. Prabhupada was distributing books, or not distributing books, he was distributing like leaflets like this, okay? How many of you get such in your mailbox? You get something like this in your mailbox? How many of you take it very seriously? How many of you just don't even open it and throw in the dustbin? Right? That happens with me also. So many advertisements. Oh, this store is giving this thing, this sale, this, that. I mean, it's all, I'm not saying what Prabhupada was printing was crap. No way. But the point is, someone gave, in India, I mean, you may have seen, they make a roll. They make, have you eaten chaat? And some like Juhu, Chapati, Beach. They make like a roll like this. And they eat chaat, chana in this. It goes to, have you eaten anywhere like this? They say, Prabhupada, hey, Swamiji, you're giving these leaflets. People make a roll and eat some chana and then thus throw in the dustbin. Right? True? Right? This person was not a devotee. This person was just an ordinary person. I would not say non-devotee, but just an ordinary person. Like normal materialistic people, more or less. He said, Swamiji, you're in this heat. You're doing so much hard work. Looks like you're something good to share. Why don't you write a book? Let's say if you get a book in your mail, will you just throw in the dustbin like that? No. You will at least open it for sure. And if it's meaningful, you will maybe read it also. So it's a great example. Prabhupada took that as a guidance from his guru. Coming through a normal person. Right? And there's multiple such examples. Are you all following this? Does it make sense? So also, we should also be open. Like here without, what's that word? Defending. Prabhupada didn't say, hey, how dare you said that this is crap and people are just going to eat. I mean, he could have defended himself, right? Right? You're saying that my papers are worth they're going in trash. No, he heard without defending. And he said, maybe this person has a good point to share. Maybe I must apply that. And then he started with Back to God magazine, right? Like a book, a small book. So, nice question. Anyone has any other question? Is it okay, Vedi? You're good.
Yes,
okay, so
thank you.
Good. You reminded me of a beautiful pastime. So, let's begin our Kahoot then. So you have 6.30, and then you will write about some experiences or some instances or how we are going to train ourselves to see Krishna's hand, Krishna's presence, right? It could be while you're going to school. It could be while you see a water body. It could be you see a mountain. It could be you see the trees, right? We can see Krishna in every aspect. All we need to do is we have to train ourselves, okay? We have to train ourselves. When we train ourselves, we'll be able, it will come spontaneous. Yes, Beyonto.
I will do Kahoot, but my my computer will die in 23 minutes.
We'll be done before that. Okay, which mode do you want to play?
Could we do the Color Kingdoms? That one's really fun.
Yes.
Okay,
No.
then let's get started. This is the don't jump to conclusions or don't jump to judgments. That's the
First time I've been Team Motion.
which team is going to win today?
Ocean. Ocean will destroy.
Who is the captain for Ocean? Who is the captain for Fire?
Not me. Captain for Ocean. I can be the captain. Anj should be it.
Captain for Ocean. I'm at Fire.
Okay, Ansh is captain for Ocean. Who is the captain for Fire?
What does the captain do?
I can be the captain, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay,
What does
Krishna
the captain even do?
Develop team spirit, encourage your team, man. Yeah, that's what captain has to do.
Oh. I thought there was even an even more important job.
If I have to tell everything, then what will the captain do? Is everyone in?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, let's get started. Do not judge without understanding. That's the topic. I only see what you all do. I don't see the questions in this. But I think you all see questions. Athar, Avni, Vedai, Vinayak, Navya. This is really a tough match today.
Come on, guys, we have to win.
Oh, look at Ansh. He's really motivating this team. Good job, Captain.
Prabhuji, I thought I was the captain.
Yeah, but he's for the other team, man.
Oh.
Team
Blue team.
do it.
Wow, the blue team, Ocean is really going to kind of overcome Fire. Team Ocean.
Yes, let's go. Let's capture all of them.
Krishna, your team, you have to encourage your team. What's going?
Guys, come on. We need to make up for our losses. Thank you, Avani. Guys, come on. Keep on getting it. Fire.
Ruby and Mishti are really getting a lot of points
Guys,
today.
come on.
Yes, we're so close to capturing them.
Split your flags.
Capture.
Guys, split your flags fast.
1 minute remaining.
Come on. Guys, get the questions correct.
I hope you're also answering.
You just have to capture everything. We win.
Guys, come on, guys.
Yes, I have my flag captured. Good.
Guys,
20 seconds. Oh my God, this is tough.
guys, we're gonna lose.
Speed
Come
run it,
on, we
speed
need
run it.
someone.
Do it quick.
Guys, come on, 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 come on. Plant the flag. Plant the flag.
I think we win. Let's go.
We
Yes.
did it! Yes!
We're so good.
Aunts motivated us. That's how we win. They had one tile. They had one tile.
Oh, it's a new round.
What?
Good job, Team Ocean.
Oh, it's one more? What's going on?
Yes, Prabhuji, it's one more.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
30 seconds extra, I guess.
Wow.
Do it as quick as you can and get them right.
Only few seconds left.
That's okay. Continue. No! Wait. I think we won. No! We won the first one.
Wait, so there's two. It's a tie.
Oh, it's a draw. Wow.
Oh, wait, so if we would have gotten two more tiles, it would have been a win. Or would we get more time for it?
That
Yeah.
was interesting.
We won the first one. Which is
That
good.
was interesting to say. We won since we destroyed them the first time. That's why we had a second round.
Yeah. The
Second
second
round
round
was-
was a speed round.
The second round, they already had two because they kind of done it.
Good job, everyone. You all did very nice. Anything before we wrap up for today? Yes, Beyonto.
My birthday's in 4 days.
Oh, really? Your
Yeah, on
birthday?
Thursday.
Thursday. We all need a big birthday party. Yeah. So, how old you'll be on
9.
Thursday? 9?
9.
Good. So, anything special you're planning?
We're going to a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, interesting. So good. Happy birthday in advance. Very nice. And of course, we'll wish you on Thursday. Anything else anyone wants to share? So you all have a wonderful rest of your day, or whatever it is, a good night. I mean, it's almost. So thank you again. And please take my words, try to make a notebook if you have not yet started. It's not good. It's not a bad time. There's never a wrong time to start a right thing. Even if you want to start from fresh, whether you already have a list in a digital format, I hope you're updating that also. So, but you make it your personalized one. I would say everyone should have their either in a digital format or in a written format, and that will be your treasure throughout your life. Okay, you'll keep adding. Any words you learn, you keep adding to that list and keep revisiting that. Okay, and 6.30 and this exercise you will do. Okay, good. So thank you so much. Prabhupada ki jai. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Bye.
Hare Krishna.